one of the things I love that we have in common is we both grew up in the church.
Yes.
And I think it has been such an impact on my music presentation, how I sound, just life in general.
Yes.
Things that I grew up in. What about your life?
What kind of church did you grow up in?
So I grew up in a holiness church.
Okay.
Yes. In the Firstborn Church. They're going to love that I shouted out.
Okay, the Firstborn Church.
Yes.
I grew up in the PAW, so
Yeah.
Pentecostal Assemblies of the World, Holiness Church,
Yep.
speaking in tongues,
That's it.
all of that.
Shouting.
Yes, shouting. My grandfather was our pastor.
Yes.
And so I basically was a preacher's kid. My father
Right.
preaches as well. His brothers preach. My mother's brother preaches as well. And then my mother was our choir director.
I love
And
it.
her mother was our organist, my maternal grandmother. So I just grew up around the church. I grew up around the music of the church.
Yes.
And that was where I learned to play music. That's where I learned to play by ear. That's where I learned to arrange and
Wow.
harmonies and everything that I knew about music that you hear so much of in my music today came
Even
from the
when you're
church.
playing.
Yes.
So was there someone in your family who also plays like keyboards, piano?
So my grandmother played the organ, but she also played the piano as well. And so she would teach me how to play gospel music. So when you hear me play, you're hearing
It's a
a lot
gospel
of,
sound.
yeah, you're hearing a lot of her style in me.
I love it. I love
Yes.
it. You had an opportunity on one of your albums to do a record with your family.
Yes.
On there.
On Get Lifted,
And
yes.
literally on this song, Church, that we've done, I did the same thing. And it was partially with your influence. Like, so
Yes.
we had our aunts and uncles, cousins,
I love
everybody
that.
is a part of this song. So the background that you hear is our family sound.
And they be singing.
Sang it.
They sound good. Oh, I'm so happy we did this song together.
Yeah.
And I love that your family's a part of it. And, we've been celebrating the 20th anniversary of Get Lifted. And we filmed the first video for it in the church. We filmed the first photo shoot for it in the church. And that was because, like I said, I got my start there. And I wouldn't be the artist I am without having that foundation.
Same. Absolute same.
So one of the ways I learned about your music was through some of my artists I work with
Yes.
on The Voice,
Right.
because they like to sing your songs. And one of my artists went all the way to the finale,
Wow.
and he sang "Break Every Chain." So how do you feel when you see young artists singing the songs that you've written and performed?
One of my passions and desires is that young artists, young people would look at my life and my experience and glean something from it.
Yes.
So anytime I see them singing my songs or writing comments telling me, somebody told me the other day, I felt so old. They were like, "You're my mom's favorite." I'm like,
Oh, I get that all the time.
But it's always amazing just to watch this new generation
Yes.
who they're still familiar with our songs and with our sounds. So anytime I tune in and I see somebody with this, it makes me feel so special. Like, oh, wow, they're still paying attention. They're still
Yes.
listening. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, it's the same. I'm a songwriter as much as anything else that I do in music. And I love the act of writing songs. I love the act of summoning that creativity and putting something new into the world that didn't exist before. And then when you are able to put that out into the world and then see artists who are inspired by it and hear their versions of it, it's so beautiful and it's so fulfilling. And it reminds me of why I love writing songs so much.
That's incredible. I love mentorship too.
Yes.
And one of the things that you shared with me earlier is that you like to keep in touch
Yes.
with the various artists that you've been a part of their lives for years now with
Yes.
The Voice. And I love that. I
Yes.
love just being able to be there for people, whether it's through a DM, a text message, just to say, hey, I'm proud of you, keep going. So
Yes.
thank you for that. Thank you for being a great mentor.
I love doing it. I truly love being a part of the show. And like you said, I get to spend a lot of time with a lot of young artists, and they're at different points in their journey, but I see myself in them, and I see my journey in their journey, and I know I have good advice for them, and I can help them along the way, so I try to make myself available to do
That's
that.
right. So y'all listen. When we tell you something, listen. We're trying to save you. That's awesome.
So what made you reach out to me to be a part of this song?
Man, you know what? Well, number one, church. I was like, who can help carry this song literally to the next level? And I was talking to my friend. We have a friend in common. Her name is Jocelyn.
Yes.
And she was like, what do you think about John? I was like, oh my gosh, what an incredible opportunity that would be, just to have a feature your voice, your sound, be a part of this song. And she was like, let me see what I can do. And, you know, Jocelyn, she's such a sweetheart. And she said, the only thing I ask is just you let me know before you let the world know.
Well, Jocelyn and I grew up together in Springfield, Ohio, and we used to sing together at churches and at school and things. And so we always bonded through music. And then when she reached out to me and said, hey, would you ever?
Right.
And I said, you know what? Absolutely, because I knew your music and I knew what a talented artist you are. And then, you know, it's just a matter of the right song at the right time. And you sent it to me and I was like, yeah, let's do it.
And I have to tell you this, it is such a joy. It has been such a joy working with you and your team.
Thank you.
I mean, everybody on the team are so sweet. So just, I mean, everything. You never said no. I'm like, oh my gosh, how is he responding to me? You were here, there, everywhere. But thank you for taking the time to do this with me and responding. It's just absolutely, it's been such an incredible experience.
And to me, it's really about what we were able to create.
Yeah.
That song is beautiful, and
my goodness.
and I'm so honored to be a part of it.
Thank you. Now I have one question for you.
Uh-huh.
All right. Tell me what your Mount Rushmore of gospel artists would be.
Well, let's think about the artists I really grew up on that really inspired me, that we used to sing their songs.
Yeah.
I used to teach my choirs their songs. Me and my brothers and my cousins, we tried to be like the Winans when we were young.
Same.
And commissioned.
Same.
So the Winans and commissioned were like hugely influential, especially for young men, you know, forming groups and wanting to harmonize together. We saw, you know, that family singing, that family harmony together that they had, and they were very influential to me. And then I think about some of the artists whose songs I used to teach my choirs, like Hezekiah Walker and John P. Key, and even going back to like Edwin and Walter Hawkins. And so those artists were all very influential to me as well. The whole Winans family, because you got
they all have
Vicky, Cece, all of them. And we would go to their concerts when they would do the whole family together.
Yeah.
And people always ask me, what was your first concert? And I'm like, oh, it was in the church. It was the Winans.
The Winans. The Winans.
Yes.
Man, it was awesome. And John P. Key, you mentioned John P. Key. I love John P. Key.
Oh, we used
That was my first
We used to learn all those songs, and I would teach them to my youth choir. And those were so instrumental in me growing as an artist and as a musician.
I love that. You did more than 4, but it's okay. It's gospel. You can have like 8 up there.
Yes, absolutely.